Good morning, everyone. This is Ifedilichukwu, and welcome to the Camera Tutors. Today is lecture 2 on the series of videos on AutoCAD. So today we'll be looking at navigation in AutoCAD, the different types of selections in AutoCAD. So for this class today, I'll be using this drawings to explain whatever I want to explain. Okay, so first we want to start with the selection tool. With the selection tool, how do you select an object in AutoCAD? So the simplest the simplest selection is the use of mouse. Please, for you as a starter, you must have a mouse. If you want to actually enjoy AutoCAD or any software, you must be very accustomed to your mouse. So when you come to mouse, there's a 3 possible click. We have the right click, we have the left click, and at the middle we have a ball, a rolling ball, or a screw, whatever language you understand it. We have the rolling ball, which is also clickable. So let's see, I want to select an object here. So what I will do is I'll come to, if you look at this particular line, once the cursor hovers over it, it will highlight. You can see the difference here. Once this hovers over it, it highlights. So once it hovers and I click, this blue line means actually that the object has been selected. Then I click also here too, means it has been selected. So this is one of the simplest way we can select objects in AutoCAD. This has been selected. So what I do is I will repeat that again. Once it hovers, look at it, highlights the line in a white color. Then on my mouse I will right click. Once I right click and the object is being highlighted in this blue color, it means that we have selected the object. The same thing, we continue doing that and also do that. Okay, I've selected all this. Let's say I want to unselect this one, but still want this ones to be selected. I want to unselect this and still want this to be unselected. So what I'll do is I will hold shift and click on that object I want to unselect, and the object unselect. Let's do that again. I want to unselect this while the other one's being selected, so I hold down shift and click. I hold down shift and click, and the object on the select. Okay, and if you want to cancel out this selection, the fastest way you could do that, you press the escape in your keyboard. Press the escape key on your keyboard. So when you press escape, that becomes the selected. So you want to view view your objects closer, like as I'm doing so. I want to view closer. Okay, what I'm actually using to do this is my mouse. That is what I'm using to view in and out on the object. I would actually use to view in and out. So for me to do this, where I want to actually zoom in is where my cursor will be. I want to view this roof here. Look at my cursor. Look at the cursor here. I want to view closer to that roof there. So I'll move the cursor to the roof where I want it to be closer. Then go to my mouse and scroll the ball at the middle of the mouse. Once I push it in the forward direction, it zooms in where actually I want to zoom into. Then if I want to zoom out, I will scroll that backward. I'll scroll it backward, and if I want you to come zoom in, I scroll forward. Remember that for you to, what you observe when I was scrolling in is specifically at this point here. Maybe I want to actually zoom into this one. I'll move my cursor to that point I want to zoom into, then scroll forward and you meet to that point. And if I want to do that, I scroll out. So that's one of the possible ways, or the easiest ways to move in and out of, to zoom in and out on your drawing. Then another way you can do with your mouse is the ball at the middle of that mouse. It is clickable. Once I click, look at my cursor, look at this cursor. Once I click, you see there is a change from the plus sign to a hand or a palm. I clicked on the rolling ball at the middle of the mouse and hold. You see a palm comes out. Okay, once it's active, if I move to the right or I move to the left, you see that this actually is what happens. So to have a beauty of it is, maybe I have something like this and I want to move this object, this my south elevation, I want it to come up a little bit because I'm not seeing actually the down aspect of it. So what I'll do is I'll come to the screen, click on the rolling object, then I move up, and this makes this come out the way I want it to be. So that is one beauty of this. And this, what we just did now, is called pan, the pan tool. So when you come to this place, we have the navigation bar. This is what we call the navigation bar. So this is the pan tool. So if you don't want to use the mouse, you can actually click here too, and you have this, and you right click. You can actually move it in any direction you want. Let's do that again. I don't want to use the mouse, so I don't want to use the ball at the middle of the mouse. Click and hold and move, so that might be stressful for me. So I can just come to this place, click on pan, and you see that the pan actually comes up. I will right click and hold, then I can move in any direction I want to move. Okay, to move out of that tool, I press escape. So the next one is, we are coming to the zoom tool, and once you click down here, you'll be having this kind of all these functions, all these things available, and I'll be explaining some of these things, what it actually means actually. So if I click on this zoom extent, let's see what happens. Okay, can you see that? Can you see? Okay, let's do that again. Zoom extent. We click on zoom extent. This is what happens. So what actually happens is that once I click on zoom extent, I want, I'm telling AutoCAD, the software, is all my drawings, I want it to be fixed on the screen. I want to see all the drawings I have on this page. I want everything to be fixed on the screen. Okay, you are telling AutoCAD to bring out all the drawings you have on the screen, and that is what the zoom extent is all about. So let's do that again for one more time. we click on zoom extent, bam, bingo, and you see that the whole drawing you have pumps out. So that is the beauty of the zoom extent. Then let's go to the next function. We have the zoom window. So what is the zoom window? The zoom window is meant for when you want to view a particular part of your object. You don't want to view the whole object, you want to just view a particular part of the object. Okay, let's say I want to view only this window here. What I'll do is I'll come to this part a little bit above of it, click and hold, and make sure I don't know if you can see this something rectangular in shape. So I make sure where I want it to view, where I want to view actually, I'll make sure that this rectangle covers that part. Once I'm done, I click, and this is what actually happens. This is where I actually want to view, and the possible way to do that is by using the zoom window. Let's do that again. You come to this place, click on zoom window, and this pops out. I want to view this column, so I click and drag down here and click again, and this comes up. So that is the beauty of the zoom window. So look at the next one, view previous. Okay, let's say this is it. Okay, this is the current view we have now. Okay, then let's say I use zoom window actually to view this column, this part. So what zoom previous is trying to do is I want to return to my previous view. So just as the English say, I want to return to my previous view. Once I click on that, what is happening? Okay, sorry, just a moment. Okay, a moment please. So okay, I view into this, and I want you to go back to my previous view. Okay, this is actually what happens. Okay, let's do that again. Sorry for I was an error somehow. So this, remember, this was this is my current view, and I have this as the current view now. So, and I want to go back to the previous view. So if I click on this, you go back to the previous view. That's the beauty of the zoom previous. Then zoom rig time. I don't actually like this because it's not, to me, it's not useful. I don't know who will use that kind of zoom. So okay, this is what the zoom rig time is all about. Once I select on this one, rig time, then I right click. Look, you can see what is happening. Like this is like gentle. If I want to zoom out, I move to the left. If I want to zoom in, I move to the right. So I don't really like that. So the last of them is okay, we have the zoom in, which I used the screw on the mouse. I want to zoom in and move. When I screw forward, when I move it forward, I zoom in. When I move the scroll backwards, I move out, I zoom out. So that is what this and this is all about. Then when I then the last but not the least, so we'll be looking at one more tool. We'll be looking at the zoom all. So the same thing as the zoom extent. Zoom all is same thing as saying that you want all your objects, all the drawings you have on the screen to be seen. You want to see all the drawing. So when you go to zoom all, everything comes out. So the difference between the zoom extent and zoom all, this zoom extent to try to bring the objects to fit into the graphics screen, why zoom all, let's say this is I zoom in, I zoom out. But once you are zoom all, that is the extent you can zoom out. That is the highest you can zoom out. So next, we'll be looking at the cross window. This is another way of selecting objects in AutoCAD. Remember in the beginning of the class, we did selection using mouse, that is by clicking directly on the object. So the crossing window comes up with a blue color. That is, if I should click on this and move towards the right, I'll have this popping out, this blue. This is what we call the crossing window, and this is another type of selection with a green color. So what does this actually mean? What does this mean? So when I have a blue or the crossing window, what actually do I want to select? So when I click this and comes here, what will be selected is the object that is totally contained inside the blue, inside that rectangle. Those are the objects that will be selected. Those that are partially inside that blue rectangle will not be selected. Those that are selected are those ones that are inside that blue rectangle. So in that case, if I should click on it, I'll have these ones selected because these ones are the ones inside the blue rectangle. Let's do that again. I select this. These ones are the ones inside. Look at the template WC. It's also within the blue rectangle, and once I click, all becomes selected, and these ones which are partially inside will not be selected. Then if I come to this and move back to my left, then the difference between the blue and the green is that in the green one, as much as the blue rectangle, the green rectangle is touching the object will be automatically be selected. Whether it's totally inside the green rectangle or partially inside the green rectangle, it will be selected. Okay, and that is why all these ones are selected. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share to your friends. To next class. Thanks for watching.